Hello, my name is Hattie Mae Pearson. No, no, I'm joking. My name is Moquan. This is Conversation with Kids, and this is my daughter Shia.
Conversations with kids, this moment's alive. Yo, sitting on the curb, laughter's high. Young voices buzzing beneath the sky. Trading secrets, dreams that feel so wide. A world of wonder under street lights.
Hello, my name is Hattie Mae Pearson. No, no, I'm joking. My name is Moquan. This is Conversation with Kids, and this is my daughter Shia.
Hi.
She's shy, but we are here to have a conversation. How you doing today, sweetie?
I'm doing good.
How was your day?
It was long, but other than that, it was good.
Did they wet you up at school?
No, at the moment, I'm safe from elimination. Actually, I don't have my goggles with me. That's scary.
What's the name of that game? I forget it.
Ours is called Senior Splashing.
Senior Splashing.
Yes.
I always forget it. We didn't have that when I was growing up. All we had was water balloons.
It was possibly under Senior Assassin. That's the original name. But we made it so it wouldn't sound so, inappropriate to say in school.
But that's cool. You got friends to go and meet up with, and they run up on you, and it's on site. Well, almost on site, as long as you're not behind the counter at work. But that's kind of fun. Besides the fact
Or
of
if
getting
I have goggles
soaked.
on.
Or if you have goggles on. I wouldn't want to get soaking wet and then have to ride home in the car soaking wet. That's the only thing for me.
That's why we only doing water guns, because you won't get so soaked.
When we was growing up, you had them bazooka super soakers. Listen, wet you all the way up.
I was going to get a big one, but, I can't carry that
I li-
around with me.
I like the one you got, because I've never seen it before. They kind of like shoot the bullets out, the bullets of
The
water.
semi-automatic
Yeah.
water gun? Yeah.
So that's cool, though. That's cool. What you say? You and mom got it from Target?
That one, yeah. That one was from Target.
You got to catch Melody and Nyla when they're not looking.
I already got a Melody.
Y'all only bought one?
Yeah, for me,
Uh,
because it was my money.
So I got to go and buy some. So I'm going to buy someone when y'all least suspect it. Splash. Everybody getting soaked.
I want to get the bunch of balloons, because they pop easy.
Bunch of balloons.
Yeah, so you hook it up to the hole, and then you turn it
Oh.
on, and then they all go at once.
Oh, they all fill up at once?
Yeah,
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I like throwing those at Melody.
Maybe we can do that this summer.
Mm,
Yeah, it's supposed to be a hot summer. I'm hoping for a hot summer. Yeah, throw some ribs on the grill and throw some water balloons at some kids. Some random kids walking across the street.
mm-mm.
Yeah, anybody can get it. Yeah.
Usually we have people jump in. Like the one year we did it, we had like the neighbor's daughter, and then we had us, but you were at work. So we had Amir and Navy, and then Armani and David filled like 4 buckets up of water balloons and water, and then just used it to splash each other. And it was running back and forth to the house in the park.
I feel like y'all always doing a bunch of fun stuff when I'm at work.
And sometimes
Oh.
it just happens out of spite. Like, I don't know.
Lord have mercy. I'll be wanting to enjoy y'all too.
We
Yeah,
could
just
do
like-
some more.
Y'all be like, oh, Dad at work. All right, now it's time to have some real fun.
I mean, we did do the water slide at church with
That
Faith
was-
Chapel.
That was fun.
I messed up my knee.
Damn.
Did you go down?
I was on a grill, remember?
I thought Sister Arena was.
No, she started, and then she needed some help, so then I took over.
Mm.
But all the other stuff, I remember I was help painting, but I was still help setting stuff up too.
You didn't want to get wet. That's
didn't.
why.
I really
And
didn't.
then Nyla, me and Nyla planned to get you.
Oh, I really did not want to
And
get
then
wet
Nyla threw one.
because I didn't want to get into my car wet. I didn't. Do y'all remember how soaked y'all were getting when Mommy came to pick y'all up?
I wasn't, because I stopped playing early.
Your sisters were so soaked. I said, y'all not about to get in my car. Y'all go with y'all mom.
You got
That go with
that
mommy.
fabric. Mama got leather.
No, I got leather. But I still didn't want
Do
that.
you?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I got leather. Girl, I ain't poor.
And I literally just got out your car. I don't remember.
Girl, we got leather over here. Girl, I leveled up. You see the new car? You see the Hulk?
Mm. That's
Mhm.
what you calling it now?
I have to. It's green. What I'm gonna call it, Loki?
I mean, it's closer to low-key colors, yes.
No, but it's big.
But
It's a
low-key
truck.
ain't a bad, like...
If I'd have had like a motorcycle or a smart car that was green,
I
then
would expect that to be called a hawk. And they'll possibly have, like, the lighter green, like a lime green.
no. So I thought about getting green and black car seats to go with it. I thought about it. I don't know how I feel about it now.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it. I didn't find none that I like.
Maybe all black. Maybe not, like...
Mm.
I don't know. Any color but black and green put together.
Mm.
You said I was blended into the Big Joe.
I found some decent ones, but it's not really catching my eye so far. So unless somebody want to bless me with it, I got my birthday and Father's Day coming up.
True.
Huh?
Some ideas. Okay.
Yeah. Listen, you working now, so I expect a good gift. Yeah, I'm talking about diamonds, gold.
I don't know about diamonds.
Yeah. All the money I invested over these years, it's time I see a return on my investment.
Mm.
You know how much gas I don't spend over the years?
Yeah, picking me up from Chick-fil-A.
Oh, God, I hated that job. I'm so glad you left that job. Oh, I was just telling your grandma the other day how I'm so glad you work at Perry's now.
Mm.
I know the pay is, about the same?
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same, but you get out, first of all, you get more hours, and you got to deal with less stress.
True. And then I get to keep tip. At Chick-fil-A, you're not allowed to take any.
And I ain't got to pick you up at 11:30 at night.
True.
Oh, see, look at that. And you ain't got a boss that's younger than you.
He was a manager, not a boss.
The manager's kind of the boss. He's the boss over you.
He wasn't my manager.
He was just a manager,
Yeah.
but he could fire you.
Yeah.
So
Any
he's your-
manager
so he's
can
your
fire
boss.
anyone.
But he's your boss.
But no.
See,
That was his fault. That was his fault. But he wasn't my manager.
Mm.
Technically, the two people that names was on that paper,
Mm-hmm.
they both weren't. One of them was a trainer, and then he was a manager. But, like, it shouldn't have counted against me.
It shouldn't have, especially when you explained it. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm glad that it happened. Right? All in God's plan. And it worked out for your good. So I'm not complaining.
And I called it out. I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah. See, sometimes some of the best stuff, some of the worst things happen, so the best things can happen. So before I became a barber, I was working at a Cooper Vision. Me and Mommy were both working at Cooper Vision. She left before I did.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Because we would take you lunch.
And I hated that job. That's back before we even had Nyla. And I used to wake up. Because I worked the B shift, I would go to school in the morning. I would work out a little bit after school, and then I would go to work. And I hated that job. I hate going to it. I hate the smell of the place. I hate the work, all that stuff. And so I got fired. Or let go, however you want to put it. Whatever. Just know I wasn't working there no more. But that opened the door for me to be a barber, which made so much more provision for us than that job ever would have. So I'm happy. And I'm doing something that I love.
Right.
So, and it's working out. Now, I don't know if you like tossing pizzas and taking orders, but I think it's better than the last job.
I don't toss pizzas.
Just take them home.
No. I slide the slice in there and take it out in 3 minutes. but I don't make the pizza.
Mm.
I know how to do that. I know how to do simple stuff in the kitchen. But other than that, I'm strictly front. Like, I have to clean the bathrooms, but people barely use the bathrooms. So, really, it's just us wiping it down.
No, that's not too bad.
And then we wipe down dining tables and vacuum.
That's not too bad. Well, listen, are you excited? It's your last year. You about to graduate. How you feel?
I mean, I don't know how to feel because I'm happy I'm graduating. But then it's like a lot of my friends are leaving. So I'm not like as happy as I should be because I know how many people I'm going to miss and how many people I possibly won't see in years.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's like hard to imagine when you spend 4 years with people, get to know them.
It's one of them things where when you coming to the end of it, you know, you think about it, but once you get past it, sometimes you don't miss them as much as you think that you will because life keeps progressing, life keeps going on, and unfortunately, you know, some people just kind of fade away, right? But you make new friends in your new journey, and so you go from high school to college, and you meet new friends in your college, and people just naturally, you know, drift apart. And it's not something that's done intentionally. It's just that's the way of life, right? Some of the people that I liked or I spoke to in high school, there's no love lost between any of us. You know, if we happen to see each other, you know, just like the homeboy the other day that had the whack tattoos on him.
It wasn't whack. Gojo was a pretty dope character.
It was whack. It was whack because it wasn't Dragon Ball Z. I'm not even a fan. And again, I'm not gonna glorify his tattoos. But since he did have them, it wasn't Dragon Ball Z, so they were whack. But again, when I saw him, we slapped each other up. It's no love lost between us. We just don't talk. You know, he kind of went and lived his separate way and lived his life, and I went and I lived my life. So it just happens like that.
Just so we all know, Dragon Ball Z is still not the best.
Here she goes.
There's other animes better out there. You just gotta explore.
There is no there's no better anime than Dragon Ball Z. I don't care what nobody say. Every single character in all of anime history will get washed up by everybody in Dragon Ball Z. Even Yamcha. You heard me right. Even Yamcha.
Fighting?
Because that's all they do is fight.
Not every anime.
Every anime fights. Name one anime where they don't fight. So you can't think of it.
But if we think about it, Naruto had fighting in it, but they didn't fight in every episode.
Because he was going to get washed up.
He beat some of the strongest people in villages and everything, like the Akatsuki.
Mm-hmm.
Strongest clan members, whatever you want to call them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people call them clan. But those members, they're supposed to be like some of the strongest people in their village, especially like Itachi. When Sasuke beat Itachi, we all knew it was over for. And I still haven't watched like the complete episode of when Sasuke and Naruto fight. But like when they did fight when they were younger, for sure, we all know Naruto wanted to turn into his beast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just beat Sasuke up.
So just so that we have clarity, Naruto beat some of the best people or the strongest people in his village.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Without being in form.
Without being in form. Goku beat all of the best and the strongest people, and not just in his village. It just wasn't in the town of Brighton. No, it wasn't just in Rochester. It wasn't just in New York. It was in multiple universes. Beat everybody.
Naruto don't have multiple universes, so how would he like?
That's how you know he get washed up by Goku. He get dragged through the mud. One Punch Man too. Yep. Kakashi. Is that his name?
Oh.
Kakashi?
Itachi.
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 Itachi?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. Listen,
Also, he beat Obito. Just saying. And Pain. Yeah. I don't know if you watched that fight yet. You need to watch that one. Since we want to be on the topic of fights.
Naruto, Boruto, Goku and 5.
Naruto sucks.
They all do.
Not Naruto. Okay.
All right, so let's move it past.
Let's
By
just
the
say
by
that
the way,
Obito fight.
by the way, you don't even know how much I love you. That I went and I took you to that restaurant in Orlando. There was a restaurant for those back. There's a restaurant in Orlando called Naruto, and it's a Naruto themed restaurant. And I took my daughter to a Naruto themed restaurant. Waited in line for 2 hours.
Nah, that line was long.
For 2 hours in the
it.
hot sun. Because I said if we ever went to Orlando, I would take you to that restaurant. Took you to that restaurant was terrible. The decorations were terrible. The food was mediocre. The service was mid. Everything was terrible. For 2 hours waited, sweated.
True.
The best thing about that restaurant was that little swing.
But all I can say is y'all picked the ramen with the least flavorful taste.
We all had different ramen.
That's what I'm saying. You should have went teriyaki. We all know teriyaki is a better ramen.
But we all had you gonna tell me it's 5 of us. You can't tell me 4 of the 5 ramens are gonna be nasty. You can't tell me that.
They should have had sushi too.
I don't know if they did.
The little they're called rice balls. But they're like pink, green, and white. Those rice balls, yeah, they should have had those.
Yeah,
I would have got some.
we went to that nasty restaurant, waited in that super long line, and then we went
next day.
And then the very next day, we went to Super Saiyan, which is the Dragon Ball Z themed restaurant. No line, first of all. Decorations way better. Service is way better. Food is through the roof. If you don't tell me if that's not a depiction of the comparison of the animes, I don't know what is.
I don't think it's based off the food.
The food was based off of which anime is better.
The storylines are better.
What, Naruto's or Dragon Ball?
It's not even Naruto's. If we was to go watch Hunter x Hunter, yes, the storyline's slow, but it's still a good storyline. And the fact this little kid is knocking people out, not even at full potential yet.
That sounds like me when I was 7.
Sounds like Naruto also.
Do you know how strong Goku was as a kid?
Do we know how strong Naruto was as a kid?
Oh,
didn't
my
know
goodness.
his full potential.
Oh my God. Goku didn't even know his full potential.
See?
He was knocking out grown men.
Naruto was too.
Lord have mercy. Can Naruto fly?
Naruto was 8.
Can he fly?
He doesn't need to fly to beat.
Can he fly?
Beat people up.
He can't fly?
No.
Oh, then he definitely getting washed up.
Well, he has chakra, and if he had the little wind chakra, he might be able to fly. That's just a might, cause there has been people that has guess what you would say, fly, but yeah.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But we know the truth.
Okay.
Have you had senioritis at all this year? What's the laughing for?
Yeah. I don't know how many days I missed, but it was possibly 8 throughout the whole year.
8 days?
Yeah.
That's it? Girl, I missed way more days than that.
Maybe more.
What you talking about you missed the days? I thought it was because you were sick.
Well, on top of
So because I get up and go to work before you go to school.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I'm knowing the truth now. So come on, go ahead and confess.
I never lied.
Go ahead and confess. You just admit it. That's what it was?
No, not really. When I told you I didn't go to school, I didn't go to school.
So clearly, me and mommy got to have a conversation about you being at home. But 8 days is not bad. I've had longer. I think I missed more days than that when I was in high school.
And I'm still waiting for senior skip day. That's coming. That's coming.
Because I'm your dad and I did senior skip day, I'm not going to be mad at you for that. I am just going to say, don't do anything.
I'm not partying
Don't-
with the other seniors.
Don't
No.
do. It's nothing wrong with being with
No.
your classmates, but don't do anything foolish. Because when I was in, we did some foolish stuff happened and some people got arrested. Thank God it wasn't me because I wasn't a part of that. But don't do something foolish. So some people, long story short, some people can never go back to Target. So don't do anything foolish. Okay?
I want to know, but I'm not gonna. I'm not.
So don't do nothing foolish. So
Nah,
I
I
get
don't
it.
think I'm gonna do anything that foolish. I think I might just go to Altitude or like the clubhouse, do some go karts.
We did 2 senior skip days. I don't know how that happened, but we did 2. The first one we did was, but I was in honor classes and advanced classes, so I technically was done with school. I was just basically just waiting a time out till graduation. And so when I missed school, I wasn't really missing anything. And so we ended up doing, we left school. Everybody went to,
Target.
no, that was the second stop. The first stop was the IHOP. Everybody went to IHOP and ate. Then after that, IHOP is next to the Target.
Oh, you wasn't around quite. Okay.
And then people just ran through. A bunch of kids ran through and basically destroyed Target. And then, yeah.
I don't know how y'all do that.
And then we left. And then we went to the beach. And then we went bowling. And that's like a full day right there.
That sound fun.
Yeah, we finished going bowling. And then the second skip day, we ended up going to, I forget, I can't remember if it was like a week later.
More Target.
No, we actually went to Darien Lake. Yep. I was I was skipping with everybody, but I didn't have a ride. And so, somebody had like an expedition, but it was filled up to the trunk. Couldn't nobody get in. And so somebody who didn't go to our school but knew one of the guys that I knew, like a mutual friend or something, he was skipping with us. And so I rode with him. Didn't know the guy, but I rode with him. Dumb mistake. Nothing happened, but it was a foolish mistake. And I was weary because before I got in his car, he had a bullet hole in his door. He had a bullet hole in his door. And so I'm like, I don't know if I'm safe riding with this guy. But it was either ride with him or not go. So I rode with him. Well, we got there safe. It was cool. But the only thing was, when we end up leaving, he was nowhere to be found. And so we all the way out in Darien Lake. And I don't know where this guy is. Calling his phone.
Uber.
Calling his phone. Uber didn't even exist
I
then.
know.
Calling his
Call a
phone.
taxi.
He's not picking up. And then the other people who had the expedition, they were getting ready to go. But again, there's a bunch of people in it. And I guess one person that rode with them ended up staying. And they was like, listen, if you're going to ride with us, then you got to hop in the trunk. And so I rode in the trunk all the way back to Rochester.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was fun. Foolish, but it was fun. But you ain't got to make some of the stupid decisions that I make.
Okay.
Yeah. So don't ever ride in a car with somebody you don't know. Yeah, because anything could happen.
I don't even like riding in cars with people I do know. Mark is the only exception.
That's good. No, what's the other lady name? I forget. The girl name.
Serenity?
No. Oh yeah, you run with Serenity, but we not about to ride with her until she get her papers right.
She got him right.
She got them right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. then I'm a little bit more at ease with her. She cool, but I don't want to put you in a or let you get into a position that's a little tricky.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, or potentially harmful.
Who were you talking about? Kennedy?
Kennedy. Is it Kennedy?
The one with the Jeep?
I think so. I think it's Kennedy. You right. I don't know. You know how many people I see in a day? I be forgetting. I gotta start making flashcards with people's face on them.
You know that's what they have to do when people invite guests to prom.
Do they?
You have to send their ID picture to them, and they'll print it out. So day of prom, they know what the person look like, so nobody could just get in.
So that's another thing. You got prom coming up. Do you have a date? Did somebody ask you to go with them?
No.
Are you going with Mark?
Yes.
Are y'all matching together?
Somewhat. I'm gonna make them wear blue.
You said make them wear blue?
Yeah.
Make them wear blue.
I force them to do a lot of stuff. Maybe.
Like what?
Like what?
Mm-hmm.
Be friends with certain people.
For prom?
No, not for prom. Like, Mark got his personality because I used to force him to do things. Like, talk to certain people. Or I'll, like, walk up to someone, and then he'll, like, engage in a conversation with them, and I'll walk away and go have a conversation with somebody else. So then I'll leave him there, and he hated it. But now he walks away without me doing anything.
So what's funny is I think sometimes you don't think you get so many things from me. You have a personality like mine at many times. You're introverted at times, but when you get around people, a lot of times, it's hit or miss with you. When you get around people you know, then the full version of you comes out, where you're laughing, you can control a room, you can direct, you can do this, you can do that. And I've done a lot of that. I've been like that for years. And then when you're in a room where you may not know people, you're more kept to yourself. You don't really, I want to say, try to be in the spotlight, or you don't care to be seen too often and stuff like that. I feel like that's the perfect mix of me and Mom, because I feel like that's what Mom is like.
That's why I try to go with somebody I know so it could get me engaged into either more conversations or activities that is happening.
I'll be a date.
So.
I accept it.
What?
Hmm?
Weird. I'm not going nowhere.
Talking about the prom.
Oh. Mm-mm. You over 21.
I surely am. But everybody think I'm just your older brother anyway.
They think I am Mom's mom.
They think you're Mom's mom?
Yes. One lady literally asked if I was Mommy's mom.
Our family is so complicated because me and Zahara look so young. Me and Mom look so young. And then you're almost like matching what we look like. So people think that I'm your older brother. Oh, no. Remember when the one guy thought you was my wife? Remember when we went to the play at
Oh, yeah.
First Bible Baptist when we went to the play? Yo, sir, this your wife? No, what's wrong with you?
I remember that. But also, a lot of people think I am Mom's wife. Like, if we were a lesbian. And I'm like,
Lord have mercy.
I'm only 18. This lady birthed me.
What was the name of your principal when you were in summer school? Do you remember the name? Remember when her name is not even important. Remember when I had to bring that paper because you had the eye surgery, and you were out of school? You don't remember?
I don't remember no one.
When you were at East.
Well, yeah.
And you had the laser surgery on your eyes to correct it, and you had to be out of school for a couple of days, and so I had to bring the doctor's note to the school so that they won't count it against you. And so I actually met the principal, and I gave the principal the note. And she said, "Oh, that's sweet of you to do that for your little sister." I said, "Ma'am, that's my daughter."
I don't remember which lady you talked about because we had like 5 principals,
I can't
which
remember her name.
honestly made no sense. Not one. And then my earth science teacher for summer school was like 25
Mm-hmm.
because she was the youngest. Well, she graduated high school early and then graduated college early, which made her eligible to teach. And so it was like her first time without like being an apprentice
Mm-hmm.
or whatever you want to call it, the student teacher. And she was like, "So I don't know what to do with you guys." And I was like, "Okay." Like that whole class, the whole summer, I didn't do anything for that class because she wouldn't give me or the kid from my school, the other kid that was in there with me,
Mm-hmm.
any work because we didn't have to take the Regents test for science because our school don't do science.
So y'all was just going to school and sitting. Oh, that sounds like an easy class.
Very.
That sounds boring too.
We would sit there and play Uno.
How long is a class?
That class was an hour long.
Oh yeah, I would definitely play Uno. We would have played Tunk growing up.
We played Uno. We played what's the one with the abbreviations? We played that one.
With abbreviations?
Not abbreviations.
Spades? You got rummy, spades.
It's the one with the jumbled words, and you have to like figure out what it's
Scrabble?
saying. No,
It's
it's
not.
like the cards. I can't think of it.
Oh. Like unscrabble the words.
Well,
Scramble.
yeah, but it's not. That's not what it's called. I can't think of it. But you know
Oh,
what
you
I'm
talking
about, right?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name of that game too.
That one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
We used to sit there and that's how much we played it. We end up finishing the whole game.
Lord, that's a long game.
It is. It is. We play it. I would bring it like every day. And we'll keep a pile of what we've already done
Mm-hmm.
and what we haven't done. And since me and Adonis was friends with this girl from East, and she was Spanish, so when she pronounced certain words, you can hear her Spanish come out, and she wouldn't pronounce it right. So me and Adonis
Mm-hmm.
would laugh because we understood it, but nobody else did. And because we were both half Hispanic, or we are both half Hispanic because he's in class of 25. So yeah, like
That poor girl being bullied by you and Adonis.
she can't say McDonald's right.
How did she say it?
I don't remember, but all I know is she couldn't say it right, and it was so bad.
Lord.
It was horrible. Like
Do you know how to play Tunk?
No.
Y'all know how to play Tunk?
No.
Maybe that's a good thing. Yeah, I'm gonna take that as a good thing, because Tunk only leads to other things. So, have you ever gambled
Gamble for what? No.
for money?
Technically, no.
Why are you saying technically?
Because I was going to say seeing splashing would be gambling, but it's not gambling. It's just win a prize.
Have you ever rolled dice?
For Monopoly, yeah.
Okay, that's acceptable. So you wasn't. Thank God you didn't raise in the neighborhood. That's the only thing. It's been good and bad, right? The fact that you weren't raised like how me and mommy were raised, because we were raised in the neighborhood where everybody was friends and everybody hung out, but it also means that everybody get into a bunch of stuff too. So, but it's good. It's pros and cons to it. So you didn't have to do some of the stuff that we did, but you also lost out on the friendships that you develop over, your lifetime. Because some of them same people that I grew up with, even though I don't see them as often, it's always like a family hood with them. no matter where they are or where we are.
True. I've made like connections like when Miss Pat used to watch us.
Hmm.
I don't remember if you remember that kid that ended up stopping by the house that lived next door, but he was like older, and I was like, no, I don't know you. I think I did know him, and he knew me from when me and him used to play outside when Miss Pat used to watch me.
Hmm.
But for some reason, I can't remember his face.
That's okay. We can forget about him.
But I think he the one who broke my tire. That's why I'm upset.
Well, on the new bike
On
or the old
no,
bike?
yes, the
Oh.
pink and green one.
Hmm.
I think he ended up breaking my tire.
God, I forgot all about that bike.
And that's why. That is why. I think I forgot about him because I was like, I don't like you no more. Like we was friends, but now we ain't cool no more. Bye. And I don't think I ever played with him after that.
Okay, so good. I'm glad you brought this up because I want to know, have you ever had a secret boyfriend?
No.
Good. You need to talk to Melody. You need to talk to Melody.
I don't know how to talk to her if I don't know because I don't deal with men, boys, kids. I don't. I think I'm done. Like,
I think the right guy will come along. I always said when y'all was younger that liking boys was something that's good because that's the way that God made it. He made girls to like boys. He made boys to like girls. But I always said that it wasn't your time for that. And that's why I used to get upset with Melody because Melody would kind of,
dibble and dabble.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think we ever had to worry about that with you. But I also know it's because you've always been like had a mature age or a maturity to you since you were younger. And so I know that you don't like foolishness.
And boys my age are foolish.
Mm-hmm. They all are. You got men my age that's still foolish. You ever
I
see
know.
these men out here, they be sagging?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Saw this man that was 87 come into Perry's, and Lord,
Mm-hmm.
he had on gold chains, shades,
Fronts,
you know, a
sagging.
nice hat. But then the rest of his outfit, I was like, now you look like you supposed to be 18 and wearing this, but instead you like 50,
Mm-hmm.
70 something, and you wearing this.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, I'm 84. I was like, sir.
Oh, you know what's funny? I used to have a client like that. Older guy dressed just like that. And his younger brother, his younger brother is still like 66. Mr. Noble. Matter of fact, he's the one. Remember the black kid from Stranger Things that I told you? That's his cousin.
Yeah.
It's him. He, his older brother is like that. And so, but you'll see this foolishness all over the place. But I was the same way. I hate foolishness, man. But I believe that in due time, right, the right one to come along, or there might be somebody that come along that catches your eye. But I would say the goals that you want to get accomplished, accomplish your goals first. That's what I would say. Accomplish your goals. Too many people have gotten together before they got a chance to even really touch the tip of the iceberg of where they were trying to accomplish or where they were trying to go. And they just got postponed. And I mean, like, severely postponed, or they just never reached it ever again because of whoever they were connected to, whether it was something that they didn't want to continue to do because of them, or things happened and the whole plan had to change. And so I would say just accomplish your goals first. Right?
I'm close.
To accomplishing your goals? What's your goal?
I am.
What's your goal?
Well, one of
Or
my
what goal are you
goals,
talking about? Rather.
film and photography.
That's gonna come
Or
sooner
film
than
and production.
that's gonna come sooner than you think. Mhm. You can do that.
I already got the photography down pat.
and then you get your cinematography down, and then you can start making commercials for the barbershop. Oh, yeah. It's a family thing.
Mm.
So
I
I'm
want
here.
to make movies,
You can
like
make,
actual movies.
yeah. I could be the star. You know, I act. Remember when I did all them plays for Faith Chapel? When I played Jesus?
You had to wear that wig.
You know what's funny?
Do do they still have it?
No.
Mm.
I, what's funny is I would wear the wig in rehearsal, but I never looked in the mirror to see what I looked like
Oh my
until,
god.
until the day, until the day of. If I knew that's what it looked like, I would have never put that wig
You that wig needed help. It needed some TLC.
on. Oh my
Some
lord.
real some real L though.
I didn't. I forgot all about it. I did. Oh Lord, I did a good. We did a good job. It was fun. It was fun.
Melody and Nyla couldn't stop laughing during it. Like they felt bad that like obviously the story of it they understood, but it was the wig that was making them crack up because you know Melody like here.
Mhm.
So Melody kept saying, "Why Dad wearing that Party City wig?"
It was fun though. I kind of miss those. I don't miss it, but I miss it because they were funny. But the putting together of it is what was that was a whole that was a whole thing. That was a whole ordeal. So I'm glad we passed it. But now that we're past it and I can look back at it, it was funny. So I've been asking you all these questions. Ask me a question.
I think it's time to wrap up.
Why do you think that?
Mm.
Well, until it's time to wrap up, ask me a question. Any question. I'm an open book.
I don't really have questions. Since you're an open book, I think I could read you.
Okay. Is there anything you've ever wanted to know about me?
Not really.
Okay. Kind of hurt a little bit.
I mean, I feel like I know you.
Okay.
Like, 16 years of my life was with you.
What was the name of my first dog?
I don't think you had a dog. If so, you never talked about it.
What was the name of my best friend?
You call a lot of people your friend, but you never
I said
really
best
had
friend.
a best friend.
Yes, I have.
Mm,
You have never heard me call somebody my best friend
no,
other than mom.
no. Barely hear you call mom your best friend.
That's because we don't say it as often. But I had a best friend before I met mom. I used to talk about him. Met him a couple times. He's deceased now. See, there's a whole side of me that you don't know.
Mm.
Trying to tell you. What are my 3 favorite colors?
Three's wild. I know blue is your favorite color. Like,
Those are my 3 favorite colors.
I don't know the other two.
And they're so simple. I've said this before.
If so, you didn't say it to me. You said it to Melody. And
What's
I.
my favorite seafood?
Mussels, green mussels.
Finally, you got something right. That is my favorite. That's my favorite seafood. Green
Because that's all
mussels.
you order.
It's not, but every time I get something, I have to get green mussels in it. I can care less about crab legs. Well, I say I don't care less. I like crab legs, but I like mussels even more. Oh, we should. No, I can't. I gotta go home and grill. I'm just talking out loud. What? You can grill mussels.
It's not that.
What? What?
For the future, Dad. Just so you know, you can't grill mussels. Not like how you should. And also, I love you. And I thank you for a lot of the things you do, even if it may not seem like it. But I appreciate you more than you know.
To my dear beloved Shia, just so you know, one can grill mussels. I love you, sweetie. You have been, in all honesty, this whole process of raising you has been tricky. It has been a lot of me learning, a lot of me growing, and a lot of us learning each other. If I could give you any advice for the future, it would be who God called you to be. No matter what people say to you, no matter what people do to you, you are in control of who you are. Nobody is in control of your happiness. Nobody is in control of what makes you happy or your joy. And so that's something that is within you. And so don't look to other people, not even your husband, to make you happy or joyous. It has to be within you. And as long as you can retain that, then you'll always be in good shape. You are smart, you are wise, and you are resourceful. And don't ever let nobody make you feel anything other than that. And if somebody says that you are not enough, that is the biggest lie that was ever told. You are more than enough. Because Christ says you're more than enough. Because you've proven that you've been more than enough. I love you. You are a great big sister to your sisters. And I pray that when you see this again, you will know how much I've loved you. Well, I pray that a lot of things that you didn't know in this present moment was revealed to you over time. And so you can see exactly how much I actually love you. The certain sacrifices that you may not have seen, the places or to the ends of which I've done something and gone out the way to do something for you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And can't nothing change that. Continue to be great. Listen, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys sitting in our conversation with me and my beautiful daughter. She has a smile that lights up the room. Shia is also funny. Shia has this thing she does with her lip when she gets upset. And she be like, do you? Fun fact about Shia. Before I let go. Fun fact about Shia. Shia can effortlessly float. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. We were in Orlando in a pool. You know, it's nothing but pools and water down in Orlando. And when I jump in the water, I sink. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's my density.
All that metal you got in
Or maybe it is. I don't know. But Shia was sitting in the water like she's sitting in a chair and just float. I don't know how you do it. Lord, I wish I could do that. It would make swimming so much easier for me. Fun fact about her. But I love my baby. She has so many talents. And the world they just don't even know what's coming. So thank you again for watching. We love you guys. May God be with you. May He bless you. And may the favor of God rest and fall on all of you. Have a good day.
Conversations with kids, this moment's alive. Yo, sitting on the curb, laughter's high, young voices buzzing beneath the sky, trading secrets, dreams that feel so wide, a world of wonder under street lights.